Welcome to Law Offices of Lal Varghese. We are located in Dallas, Texas, United States of America. We can be contacted at our WhatsApp number +1 972 556 1109. Repeating +1 972 556 1109. Our email address is attyLAL at AOL.com. Repeating attyLAL at AOL.com. Remember, our time is 12 hours behind Indian time, and the best time to contact us is between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. Indian time. If you are unable to contact us during this time frame, we appreciate you send us an email and we will be happy to reply to you within 24 hours. Also remember that under the laws here, we are not allowed to give you case-specific legal opinion or advice unless retained by you retain this law firm. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the easiest and simplest way to obtain green card in America. I'm repeating, the easiest and simplest way to obtain green card in America. It is through marriage. If you or your children are at the age of marriage, you may need to find a US citizen boy or a girl for marriage, and they can file the petition for you or your children. Also, the best news is that the green card holder spouses do not have any waiting period anymore since July 2019. There used to be a waiting period of about 26 months for the spouses of green card holders, but there is no more waiting period, and the spouses and unmarried children under 21 can come and the petition is filed the green card holder. But in the case of a US citizen, when petition is filed, the children under 21 cannot come with the mom, but the US citizen must file separate petition for such children. The first step is to file the immigrant petition by the US citizen or the green card holder with the US immigration, with all supporting and documents to prove that it's a real, genuine, faithful marriage. If either parties are divorced or the previous spouses were dead, they need to provide certified copy of the divorce decree either from America or from India, and a copy of the death certificate of the previous spouse. Also remember that if the green card holder obtained the green card through marriage with a US citizen or a green card holder, they are not allowed to file petition for their new spouses until 5-year period is completed. But there is an exception for this general rule. If the green card holder can prove that the previous marriage by which he got or she got the immigrant visa and green card is genuine, faithful, they can marry and file the petition for the new spouse within this 5-year prohibited period. The US immigration is taking about 12 to 15 months in the case of US citizens and 15 to 18 months in the case of green card holders for processing the petitions and approve the same. This is purely because of the backlog, which means so many people have filed and waiting in line for processing their petitions. Once the officer reviews the petition, if the officer is satisfied that there are enough supporting documents to prove the parties' eligibility to marry, the marriage between the parties are genuine, faithful, And if there is any children involved, the relationship between the petitioner and the children are supported by legal documents, the US Immigration will approve the petition. If the officer is not satisfied about the initial evidence submitted with the petition, the officer may issue a request for additional evidence, which is known as RFE, and will grant 87 days to submit the requested documents. The US Immigration will not process the case until the petitioner submits the additional documents requested by the US Immigration. In some cases, the US Immigration may also request the petitioner to provide DNA evidence between the petitioner and the children to prove that they are the natural children of the petitioner, but only in very rare cases. Once the petition is approved, the approved petition will be transmitted to the National Visa Center by electronic means. It used to take about 4 weeks to get the file from US Immigration to National Visa Center, but now they have started new electronic transfer of the file from US Immigration to National Visa Center. It takes only about a day or 2 or 3 days to transfer the approved file to National Visa Center for immigrant visa processing. National Visa Center is an agency under the Department of State, while the US Immigration is an agency under the Department of Homeland Security. So when National Visa Center receives the approved petition from US Immigration, of course the priority date is current for spouses and minor children of green card holders, and there is no priority date for the spouses and minor children of US citizens. The National Visa Center is ready to begin processing. They will issue an invoice by email to the petitioner and the beneficiary, and the petitioner needs to begin processing within 1 year of such a notification. If the petitioner fails to begin processing within 1 year of such notification, the approved petition may be terminated for failure to process within 1 year of notification of the availability of the visa. There are various steps involved in the processing before National Visa Center, which I will deal in a separate episode. The National Visa Center may take about 3 to 5 months for processing the case of US citizens and 5 to 7 months for processing the case of green card holders. It is because the National Visa Center always gives priority to the US citizens. Once the immigrant visa processing is completed, National Visa Center will send an email to the petitioner and beneficiary informing that the approved file is ready for scheduling interview at the consulate. The National Visa Center will send an email with the date and time of the interview. The beneficiary must prepare himself, herself, any children involved for the interview by obtaining the medical report from approved facility, by creating profile at the agency website, by scheduling for fingerprint, and selecting pickup location. The beneficiary and the children, if any, should appear in person with all original documents at Mumbai Consulate for the interview. If everything is fine, the consular officer is satisfied with all documents and evidence and additional documents, the consular officer will retain the passports of all applicants. Once the security check is completed, normally done within 72 hours, visas will be printed and pasted in the passports, and passports will be returned to the pickup location. The beneficiary, and if any children involved, they must also remit a green card processing fee before their departure to the United States. Once they arrive in the United States, normally they will receive the green cards in the mail within 2 to 3 weeks. Again, we can be contacted at our WhatsApp number +1 972 556 1109, repeating +1 972 556 1109, or at our email address attyll@aol.com. And thank you for watching this episode, and thank you.